Good morning from Salt Lake City. I'm Bhakti Lalita, and welcome to the Harikatha podcast. And I'm here at the home of Sudarshan Prabhu in Rai Kishori. You can see Salt Lake City. I'm on tour this summer, visiting temples and devotees, friends and family. And today we wanted to film how to make Keifer. And I travel with the Keifer grains. They're not technically grains, but they're like little live cultures that you put into milk and it makes Keifer. Very good for the belly. I arrived on Monday. Today is Thursday. And our fermentation process is finally ready. And let's come in. Sudarshan Prabhu and Vishaka and baby Narada Muni Das, the son of Rupa, Anantarupa Prabhu and Vinodini. Sudarshan Prabhu, Vishaka, baby Narada Muni. And here we have the family altar. We have Jagannath, Subhadra, and Baladev, and Gaurnitai, and Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Gopal, our Guru Parampara. And interestingly enough, this is a Gunjamala bracelet. We're surrounded by canyons and hikes and beautiful hot springs, and I was at the hot springs 2 years ago, and someone gave me this Gunjamala bracelet. And I didn't know what to do with it, so we just kept it on the altar here, Sudarshan Prabhu and Rai Kishori. Sudarshan Prabhu, tell us where these deities all came from.
This Srila Prabhupada came from my parents, as well as Gaurnitai, and
Gopal.
Beautiful baby Gopal. And then the Jagannath deities, one came from Rakishori's parents, and then they were given another by some people who couldn't take care of them, and so we have two.
Jagannath, Subhadra, Baladev to the second power.
Yes. And then we have Srila Goswami's deities from Jaipur.
Govindaji.
Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar from Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Navadvip. And then this Krishna playing the flute was from someone at work who had to go to a business trip to India, and someone gave this to them and they had no idea what it was. And they were like, isn't this Indian? This is Indian, what is this? I was like, oh, that's Krishna and you should worship him. They were like, can you worship him? I said, yes.
So, wow.
Yeah.
What a divine altar here in the home of Sudarshan Prabhu. It was worshipped very spontaneously, kind of Ragamarg style. Whenever possible, offer something.
Yes.
Little kirtan here and there.
Yeah. Natural.
Yeah.
Natural orienting of our lives towards serving the Lord.
Jai. So here we are, the kitchen is ready for us. When I arrived on Monday, Sudarshan Prabhu picked me up and we went straight to the raw milk shop because I was traveling with live Keifer cultures, and the Keifer cultures needed to go right into milk because they eat the lactobacillus, the sugar that comes from milk. So right when I arrived, we picked up the milk and we put it in this jar with the Keifer grains. 2.5 days passed, and finally it's ready. You can see the separation. Is it the milk in the way?
Yeah.
And
amazing.
Covered with cheesecloth, and we're ready to roll. We have Keifer, and to my surprise, Sudarshan Prabhu has been getting into milk cultures and making yogurt. Can you tell us, just in a
Sure.
brief way, what
Yeah.
you've been doing?
Very briefly, there's a bacteria called Lactobacillus rhodori, which is missing from most people's bodies, and it's really, really beneficial. So we've been making a culture out of Lactobacillus rhodori, and it's basically made with half and half, and it's super beneficial. So just started doing that, and it was amazing to see Bhakti Lalita making this very exciting kefir. We can show the Lactobacillus rhodori.
Yeah, show it.
Beautiful Lactobacillus rhodori culture. Each tablespoon contains like 250 billion of these really helpful bacteria. And it's really a strong fighter for cleaning out bad bacteria in your intestinal system. So
And like you said, most people don't have it anymore.
most people don't have it, yeah. And it's one of the best for removing, because what happens with a lot of people is that bad bacteria go from the lower part of the intestine to the upper part, and that's called small intestine bacterial overload, or SIBO.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the best bacteria for removing the bad guys where we don't want them. So.
Cool. And that container goes in this contraption, which keeps it at a stable temperature, right?
Yeah, so it's a 36-hour process at 100 degrees, and it's a very stable 100 degrees to make a really nice culture.
So kefir's a little different. You don't need any temperature control, and it just adjusts to its temperature. If you're in a cold place, it just takes a little longer. If you're in a hot place, it's much faster. And I gave some grains away while I was in California, so it took these guys a little bit longer to eat the milk sugar and ferment. This is a lot of cream.
Should I get a bowl? All right.
And kefir does not like metal. So we have this like plastic vinyl strainer and glass jars and a glass bowl and rubber spatula, and helps to stir it up. The grains tend to go to the top of the jar, and some people just lift them out and put them right into another jar, but there's so much cream in here. Just gonna stir it up, pour it into the strainer. And the grains, the so-called grains, which are actually just live cultures, they look like little gummy pieces of cauliflower. They expand, and after some time you'll have enough to share with other people, find homes for them, you can eat them. Raikishori, I was hoping she'd get home because I wanted to ask her to tell us about a quote you mentioned in our last podcast we did together about Sharanagati. You quoted her, and you said,
Graveyards are full of all the people I used to be, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Because in one life we grow and change, develop,
Yes.
and all the like faults and flaws, they're also dying from the power of Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
We're in a state of progress, and development, evolution.
As Gurumar said, progress means accepting something new and leaving something old behind.
Mm-hmm. Elimination and new acceptance. And one important point, everything should be really clean The glass we wash with hot water, hot soapy water, and dishwashers are very helpful because you don't want to introduce bad bacteria. But also, kefir grains are good at doing away with bad bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you'd want to be as hygienic as possible. So while we do this, I want you to taste it.
Wow, amazing. Okay, I drink the whole thing. John the Hopper.
Yes, that's for you.
Very excited to taste this. It's creamy, very rich, a little sour.
How is it different from yogurt? Like taste-wise, texture-wise. So is it a little more sour?
It's thinner than yogurt, a little more sour. Has a little bit of a bite to it, I guess, is maybe the way to say it. Feels very, very, I don't know what to say, active or alive. You know, you can tell that there's a lot in it. I think it's so amazing how milk has so many compounds that are really, really good for us. It really is from another mother, you know?
Yeah.
So, such a beautiful idea that we respect that properly. Because all these amazing, super beneficial things are coming from different forms of milk. It tastes very different, by the way, than kefir that I've had from the store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone says that. And it's way more active.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference in the probiotic content with homemade kefir and store-bought kefir. And using these grains, you get like, I've heard an approximate 500 billion probiotics in each glass compared to like a tablet or
Oh, yeah.
a capsule or a glass of store-bought kefir. It's more like 50 billion.
Is it just one strain, or is there lots of different bacteria?
Lots of different ones.
Wow.
So basically we're just getting all the little kefir grains out of here. And we're going to put them in milk so they can continue to eat milk sugar.
And you just keep making new kefirs off the same, just a portion of the old kefir.
You take just the grains and separate it from the kefir and put it in new milk.
When you say the grains, does that mean like the chunks that are kind of left after you're done filtering it?
Here's one.
Feels like tapioca that's not fully cooked.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like a little piece of cauliflower.
That's amazing. And that's just like a group of the
Little live culture.
Of the live culture.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they originate, I actually bought these on Lazada, which is the Asian version of Amazon. And they came live and in a little bit of milk. And then you add them to milk and then they expand. The combination of grains I had, they said in Lazada that they were Turkish, British, and Russian. So, this is good enough. You want to use raw milk. That's what they recommend, raw organic milk. We are going to put them back in the jar and add some fresh milk. And one good thing, if you don't want to keep doing it every day or every 2 days or whenever it's ready, you can just put the grains in the jar with fresh milk and put it in the fridge. It can stay about a week or
And
10 days.
it creates much more slowly.
It slows it down. And, if you have a lot of kefir, you don't need it every few days. So when you're ready, just pull it out of the fridge.
Incredible.
And then keep it out on your counter. Okay. Here we go.
Wow, that is pure goodness.
Kefir grains back in the jar. You don't have to wash the jar every time. I usually wash like every second or third time. You want to put it in. This is kefir.
Incredible.
You can just pour it in.
Just pour it in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
Yep. Now it will eat. And if you don't feed them, they'll die. You need to make sure they have that milk sugar. That's what they live off of.
Do I fill it all the way or give it some room? Or just
That's good.
when you cover it with a cheesecloth so it can breathe.
Yep. And we wait until it again separates. Next time I would wash this jar and then put the grains in. But
So this, and that's just about a half a gallon of milk. That's really easy. Amazing.
Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our Keifer episode of the Harikatha podcast with Sudarshan Prabhu in Salt Lake City,
Yes.
where we have a beautiful temple and a large community of devotees and lots of kirtan. This is one of my favorite places to come and chant and join Sudarshan Prabhu and Rai Kishori's kirtans with Nyashi Maharaj, Shripad Bhakti Vigraha Nyashi Maharaj, and Sri Lekha Didi, and all the devotee family. Lots of young devotees joining our mission here, and it's very exciting. Jai Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Guru Gaura Sundar Giridhari Chu ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai.
Jai.
Gaura Bhakti Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Hari Nam Sankirtan ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Go, Haribol.